ఈ రోజు నుంచి మనం స్టార్ట్ చేద్దామమ్మా క్లాసెస్ లైక్ ద ఫస్ట్ చాప్టర్ ఈజ్ యూనిట్స్ అండ్ మెజర్మెంట్స్. కీప్ ద హెడింగ్ యూనిట్స్ అండ్ మెజర్మెంట్స్. Maintain a proper notes because I am going to give you each and every point that will be helpful for you to crack the NEET examination. Okay? Yeah, keep the heading units and measurements. Okay, keep the heading units and measurements. Okay? And write each and every point what I am going to discuss in the classroom, because you know I'll cover almost every topic which will be important for your NEET or JEE examination. Okay, fine. So first let us discuss about the physical quantity. What do you mean by physical quantity? Ma physical quantity and endamma. What do you mean by physical quantity? Ma please remember, any quantity that can be measured, any quantity that can be measured, that is called as physical quantity. So write down a quantity that can be measured. Clear? A quantity that can be measured or a quantity which can be measured is called as a physical quantity. Okay, just write down. Okay, physical quantity. Keep the heading physical quantity and just write down any quantity that can be measured is called as physical quantity. Okay, any quantity that can be measured is called as a physical quantity. Now please remember, any physical quantity can be expressed as, okay, any physical quantity, let us take the physical quantity as Q. Any physical quantity can be expressed as the product of magnitude and unit. Okay, now for suppose ఏదైనా physical quantity తీసుకుంటే, in that compulsorily we have a number and we have a unit. For suppose I'll give you one example, the distance between one place to another place. For suppose place A, let us take Hyderabad and I'll take, let us say, Mumbai. Okay, so the distance between these two cities is, let us say, for suppose 700 kilometer. So here 700 is what my number, kilometer is unit. So therefore if you take any physical quantity, this is nothing but distance between the two cities, right? This is nothing but distance between two cities. So the distance can be taken as number multiplied by unit. Okay, so any physical quantity can be expressed with the help of number multiplied by unit, right? So that number is also called as magnitude, and here we have the unit. So in which units you are measuring? Do you understand? Now for suppose I told you the distance from Hyderabad to Mumbai is, let us say, some 700 kilometer. Exactly ante untadani kaadu, just I am giving one example. So that is 700 kilometer, right? It is 700 kilometer. Now convert this into meter. ఒక కిలోమీటర్కి ఎన్ని మీటర్స్ అమ్మా? 1000 meters. అంతేనా? సో 700 into 3 zeros meter. అవునా? So convert into centimeter. 1 meter has how many centimeter? 100 centimeter. So therefore you can write it as 700,000,000 centimeter. ఇప్పుడు దీన్నే మిల్లీమీటర్లో కన్వర్ట్ చేసి చెప్పండి ఎంత అవుతుంది? 1 centimeter has how many millimeters? 10. కరెక్టా? సో 1 centimeter has how many millimeters? 10 millimeters. కరెక్టా? సో therefore you can write 700,000,000 one more 0 millimeter. Do you understand? Now see, kilometer is the largest unit, millimeter is the smallest unit. Now when you are going from largest unit to smallest unit, okay, the magnitude value increases or decreases? Increases. So as the unit value is decreasing, magnitude value increasing. ఇంకొక ఎగ్జాంపుల్, ఫర్ సపోజ్ ఐ విల్ టేక్ యువర్ హైట్. లెట్ us say మీరు 6 feet ఉన్నారు అనుకుందాం. ఆర్ యూ క్లియర్? let us take you take a 6 feet. So 6 feet అంటే 1.8 meter. Now convert into centimeter. 180 centimeter. Are you clear? Now convert into millimeter. 1800 millimeter. ఇక్కడ చూడండి, meter is the largest unit, centimeter is the smallest unit. You are going from largest unit to smallest unit. Unit is decreasing. Then what about the magnitude value? ఇంక్రీజింగ్. నంబర్ ఏమవుతుందమ్మా? ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతుంది. సో యూనిట్ తగ్గుతుంటే నంబర్ ఏమవుతుందమ్మా? ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతుంది. అంటే వీ కెన్ సే యూనిట్ ఈజ్ ఇన్వర్స్లీ ప్రపోర్షనల్ టు ద మ్యాగ్నిట్యూడ్ ఆర్ మ్యాగ్నిట్యూడ్ ఈజ్ ఇన్వర్స్లీ ప్రపోర్షనల్ టు ద యూనిట్. అర్థమవుతుందమ్మా? సో యూనిట్ వాల్యూ ఈజ్ డిక్రీజింగ్, మ్యాగ్నిట్యూడ్ వాల్యూ ఇంక్రీజింగ్. ఇదే విధంగా మిల్లీమీటర్ టు మీటర్ యూ గో, దెన్ యూనిట్ వాల్యూ ఇంక్రీజింగ్, యూనిట్ ఈజ్ ఇంక్రీజింగ్, దెన్ మ్యాగ్నిట్యూడ్ decreasing. So we can say magnitude is inversely proportional to what? Unit. మా గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి, the product of this magnitude multiplied by unit should be constant for a physical quantity. It should be constant for what? Physical quantity. Then you can write like this, n into u is equal to constant. So what you can write means n into u equal to constant, or you can write like this also, n1 u1 is equal to n2 u2. Did you understand this? So write down this formula. Write down these formulas. So from this we can say magnitude is inversely proportional to what? Unit. So please remember these things. Is it done? So then what are non-physical quantities? Means the quantities which cannot be measured. Those are called as non-physical quantities. The non-physical quantities మనం measure చేయలేము. For that the best example is emotions or feelings. Okay na? So these emotions or feelings we cannot express with the help of units. Clear? For suppose నేను ఇలా ఒక ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చెప్తాను. సో ఇట్స్ లుక్ లైక్ వెరీ లేమ్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్. నాకు 100 kg ఆకలేస్తుంది అంటానమ్మా. ఇట్ డజంట్ మేక్ ఎనీ సెన్స్. So I am feeling hungry is very good. I am feeling 10 newtons of hungry. I am feeling like 10 seconds of hungry, or else I need 10 seconds of 10 hours of sleep. So all these are not a measurable quantities. So these basic emotions are there, right? Like angriness, hungriness. Are you clear? This sadness. So all these things doesn't comes under the physical quantities because those quantities cannot be measured. So those are comes under the non-physical quantities. What do you mean by physical quantity? Which can be measured. ఏది మెజర్ చేయగలిగినా దాని ఫిజికల్ క్వాంటిటీ అనేది తీసుకోవాలమ్మ. ఆర్ యూ క్లియర్? ఫర్ సపోజ్ నీ హైట్ ఎంత, యూ విల్ టెల్ సమ్ వాల్యూ. సో ఇట్ కెన్ బి మెజర్డ్. వాట్స్ యువర్ వెయిట్, ఇట్ కెన్ బి మెజర్డ్. ఆర్ యూ క్లియర్? సో ఫర్ సపోజ్ వాట్ ఈస్ ద డిస్టెన్స్ బిట్వీన్ హియర్ టు యువర్ హోమ్, సమ్ 3 kilometers or 4 kilometers యూ విల్ సే. దట్ కెన్ ఆల్సో బి మెజర్డ్. మనం ఏదైనా మెజర్ చేయగలిగితే దాన్ని మనం ఏమంటామమ్మా? ఫిజికల్ క్వాంటిటీ అంటాం. మెజర్ చేయలేకపోతే నాన్ ఫిజికల్ క్వాంటిటీ. ఆర్ యూ క్లియర్? సో జస్ట్ రైట్ డౌన్ ద ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఆఫ్ ఫిజికల్ క్వాంటిటీ. రైట్ సమ్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ ఆఫ్ ఫిజికల్ క్వాంటిటీ. మా ప్రాపర్ నోట్స్ పెట్టేసుకోండి అమ్మా. ఓకే, బికాస్ టుడే ఆన్వర్డ్స్ విల్ స్టార్ట్. అండ్ లాంగ్ టర్మ్ స్టూడెంట్స్ కదా, సో మోస్ట్లీ the reason you are joining is physics only. Okay na? To be frank, అదే రీజన్ అవుతుంది. సో దీని మీద ఎక్కువ కాన్సన్ట్రేషన్ చేయండి. సో దట్స్ వై డైలీ వీ హ్యావ్ 2 classes ఆఫ్ ఫిజిక్స్. ఓకేనా? అది బోర్ ఫీల్ అవ్వకండి. డోంట్ ఫీల్ బోర్, కాన్సన్ట్రేట్ మోర్. ఓకే, ఫైన్. షల్ ఐ మూవ్? రైట్ ఆన్ ద ఎగ్జాంపుల్ distance between 2 cities. So example of physical quantity, distance between 2 cities. Okay, one more example can you give me? Anything you can measure. Yeah, height of a body. That can also be measured, right? Weight of a person, anything we can measure. So like 2 examples you take, then we'll go for the next one. Must see, these physical quantities are generally classified into 2 types. Clear? These physical quantities are generally classified into 2 types. What are the 2 types of classifications means? First one, fundamental quantities. Clear? First one, fundamental quantities. So physical quantities are classified into 2 types. What are those? First one, fundamental quantities. Now tell me, what do you mean by fundamental physical quantities? అంటే ఏంటమ్మా fundamental physical quantities అంటే ఏంటి? These quantities doesn't depends on any other physical quantities. It is independent of any other physical quantities. Okay. Next one, derived physical quantities. My next one is what? Derived physical quantities. What is derived physical quantities? Derived physical quantities depends on fundamental physical quantities. Are you clear? Now physical quantities generally classified into how many types, sir? 2 types. Are 2 types ఏంటమ్మా? First one fundamental physical quantities, next one derived physical quantities. Clear? First one is fundamental physical quantities, next one is derived physical quantities. Now if you take fundamental physical quantities, the examples of fundamental physical quantities ఏమేంటమ్మా అవి? Length, mass, time. Clear? Length, mass, time. These are independent of any other physical quantities. Are you clear? మా fundamental physical quantities అంటే ఏంటమ్మా? These quantities are independent of any other physical quantities. అంటే డిపెండ్ అవ్వవమ్మా, దేని మీద డిపెండ్ అవ్వవు. Are you clear? But derived physical quantities are dependence on fundamental quantities. Clear? Depends on fundamental quantities. Example, ఈ 3 తప్ప ఏమున్నా సరే అది derived అవుతుంది, right? Except these 3 remaining may be the derived physical quantities. For suppose velocity, right? Acceleration, displacement comes under fundamental because length, right? It's length, right? Fine. Then velocity, acceleration, force, clear, work, power. So all this comes under the example of derived physical quantities. Are you clear? So what are fundamental quantities? Which are independent. It does not depends on any other physical quantities. Are you clear? Then what are derived physical quantities? Depends on fundamental physical quantities. So if you want the definition, so these are the things. The quantities which are independent of all the other quantities and does not require help of any other physical quantities for their definition. Are you clear? So therefore, fundamental physical quantities are also called as which quantities? Absolute quantities. Are you clear? Whereas derived physical quantities depends on multiplication or difference or different powers of whom? Fundamental physical quantities. Which means that derived quantities what depends on fundamental. Are you clear? Derived physical quantities depends on fundamental. Is it done? Okay. You just write down the running notes. It's better. Okay. Fine. Shall we move? Fine. So the next topic is units. The next topic is units. Can you tell me what do you mean by unit? ఆ యూనిట్ అంటే ఏంటి అసలు? ఫైన్, ఐ విల్ గివ్ అన్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్. ఇఫ్ యూ నో దిస్ బిఫోర్ ఇట్స్ గుడ్, ఇఫ్ యూ డింట్ నో జస్ట్ అండర్స్టాండ్. ఫర్ సపోజ్ ఈ వాల్ నుంచి ఆ వాల్కి డిస్టెన్స్ ఎంతో మెజర్ చేయమని చెప్పానమ్మా. ఓకే, ఫర్ సపోజ్ స్టూడెంట్ ఏ, వన్ స్టూడెంట్ ఈస్ దేర్, he measured the distance from this wall to that wall and he found the distance as, let us take some 20 feet. Clearly he found the distance as 20 feet. Okay, for suppose one more person is there. Okay, one more person is there, second student B, he measured the distance from this wall to that wall and he measured the distance as, let us suppose 6 meter. Okay, one more student is there, student C, he also measured the distance from this wall to that wall, but he used this pen and he told the distance from here to there is 50 pence. Who is correct? ABC students lo evaru correct avvachu? Everyone is correct. Everyone is correct. Andru correct time. Why? Because you know, he used the notation of feet. He used the notation of meter. Don't think about the fundamental or SI system of units, all these things, stuff and all. Just understand, I given the task completed by 3 students, A, B, C, so that the first student completed the task by using whom? Feet as the notation. Are you clear? సో అంటే ఈ ఫస్ట్ స్టూడెంట్ ఏం చేస్తాడంటే 1 feet అనే దాన్ని యూనిట్ కింద తీసుకున్నాడమ్మ. హీ టేకెన్ 1 feet యాజ్ ద యూనిట్ అండ్ ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ మల్టీప్లైడ్ బై 20 times you will get the distance from this wall to that wall. Now here which is the fundamental now? 1 feet. 1 feet is the fundamental unit. So he used 1 feet as the unit and he multiplied how many times? 20 times to get the distance from here to there. Are you clear? Then 6 meter is there at second person, he used how many, what is the unit he used? Meter. So if 1 meter multiplied by 6 times, it will use the distance from this wall to that wall. Here 1 meter is what? 1 meter is what? Unit. Are you clear? 1 meter is what? Unit. Are you clear? And then third person used which as the unit? Pens. So he used 1 pen as the unit. And he multiplied by how many times? 50 times to get the distance from here to there. And all three are correct only. But different people used the different notations. For the first person, what is the unit he considered? Feet. For the second person, what is the unit he considered? Meter. Third person, what is the unit he considered? Pen. For every one of them, their units are defined. Are you clear? Well defined units are there. And that unit multiplied by one number to get the complete distance. Right? Now what do you mean by unit? Means unit is nothing but the smallest entity or the smallest quantity that can be repeated further, okay, to get the entire physical quantity. Okay na? ఇప్పుడు చూడండి అమ్మ, ఫర్ సపోజ్ ఇందాక యూస్ చేస్తున్న ఒక ఎగ్జాంపుల్ యూస్ చేస్తాం. హైట్ ఆఫ్ ఎ పర్సన్ ఈ 6 feet. ఓకే, 6 feet. అంటే 1 feetని ఎన్నిసార్లు మల్టిప్లై చేస్తే తన హైట్ వస్తుందమ్మా? 6 times. 1 feetని 6 times మల్టిప్లై చేస్తుంటే వీఆర్ గెటింగ్ హిస్ హైట్, విచ్ ఈస్ అ ఫండమెంటల్ క్వాంటిటీ ఆర్ విచ్ ఈస్ అ ఫిజికల్ క్వాంటిటీ. హైట్ ఈస్ అ ఫిజికల్ క్వాంటిటీ. ఇప్పుడు దీంట్లో 6 అనేది ఏంటి? నంబర్. 1 feet అనేది ఏంటి? యూనిట్. ఈ 1 unitని ఎన్ని టైమ్స్ రిపీట్ చేశాడమ్మా? 6 times రిపీట్ చేశాడు. So then what do you mean by unit? Means it is the smallest entity that can be repeated. Are you clear? To get a physical quantity. Are you clear? Will you write in a short form? Unit. Okay, so smallest entity that can be repeated to get the physical quantity. Clear? So then from years onwards, different people in the world are using the different notations of units. Are you clear? To explain the physical quantities and all. Okay na? Maybe meeku one re-NEET lo kuda explain chesa unta. For suppose here the area is measured in some kuntas or some guntas, something, yeah, guntas, something like that. Ippudu ma side ante if you go for the east west Godavari side and all, they are using the acres. Okay, for suppose if you go to Karnataka or border of this Karnataka states and all, they will use kuntas. Kunta means meer gunta antaru kunta antaru ante. Okay, gagu just sounds different, that's it. Are you clear? Almost మనం యూస్ చేసే మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద వర్డ్స్ ఒక చిన్న వేరియేషన్ ఉంటుంది అంతే. ఫైన్, వాటర్ ఇట్ మే బి. సో హియర్ టెల్ మీ. ఓకే, ఫైన్. వాట్? No, actually, you know what? Here in this locality, in Telangana state and all, so many people use to measure the area, they will use the notation like guntas, like square meters. Actually, square meters is the proper unit. Square meters or hectares is the unit. But in local language, they will use that guntas. Yeah, guntas. Okay, in our side, we will use generally acres. Are you clear? Or inka Telugu word entante gajal antaramma. We'll use that notation to measure the areas. If you go to some other places, they will use some other notation. Are you clear? Well, there we accept that. Here you will accept this kuntas or guntas. There will accept the gajam, that kind of notation. But unit should be somewhat accepted by internationally. Right? So unit should be somewhat or something that should be accepted internationally. So it should be rigid and it should be accepted internationally. Okay, and anywhere it should be accepted. So this kind of things we have to use. But In different parts of the world, some different people are using different notations to explain about the physical quantities. Are you clear? So different parts of the world, different people are using the different notations to explain the fundamental quantities. Clear? In this sequence, we got the system of units. And you know, there are basically three types of system of units. Yeah, what are the system of units? Yeah, CGS system of unit, MK system of unit, FPS system of unit, or we can call it as British system of unit. Clear? My FPS system of units are British system of units. Clear? So these are the types of units, basic types of units. Clear? Different people are using different notations. Okay. Clearly I can say one more example. For suppose if a cricket match is going to happen in our Indian subcontinent, okay, India or Indian subcontinents, then if a bowler, he delivers the ball, after he delivered the ball, they will represent the speed in kilometer per hour. Kilometer per hour. Are you clear? For suppose a Bhuvneshwar Kumar bowled a ball 140 kilometer per hour. If the same person went to Australia or UK to play the cricket match, they will mention the speed in miles per hour. Miles per hour. Here both are same only, but we used kilometer per hour notation. They are using miles per hour notation. Are you clear? But actually internationally accepted unit for unit is, length is meters. Time is seconds. Are you clear? Okay, sometimes we'll use the unit like kilometer per hour in some countries. In some countries they will use which notation? Miles per hour. Both are same only, but units only different. Are you clear? So like that, we have different types of systems of units are there. In that, the first system of unit is CGS system of unit. In CGS system of unit, length is measured in centimeter, mass is measured in gram, time is measured in seconds. This is CGS system of unit. In MK system of unit, length is measured in meter, mass is measured in kilogram, time is measured in second. In FPS system or British system of unit, length is measured in foot, mass is measured in pounds, and time is measured in seconds. This is FPS system. Clear? So these are the system of units. Just note it down. If you know this already, then good. So these are the common system of units what we have. Some people are using MKS, some people are using FPS system of unit. To avoid this confusion, in 1976 in Paris, there is one international standard weights and measurements conference happened. After that conference, everyone in the universe accepted one standard international system of units. Those are called as SI system of units. Are you clear? So, until 1976, no one is using the proper system of units. Are you clear? No one is using the proper system of units. Different people are using different notations. Clear? Different people are using different notations. But in 1976, all the scientists sat together in International Standard Weights and Measurements Bureau, and they made some amendments. What is that means? Everyone must follow these system of units which will be accepted internationally. Are you clear? Okay, now those system of units are called as SI system of units. Now those are called as what? SI system of units. So keep the heading SI system of units. SI means Standard International. Now tell me, according to the Standard International System of Units, we have total 7 fundamental physical quantities. Are you clear? According to the SI system of units, we have total how many fundamental physical quantities? 7. So what are the 7 fundamental physical quantities? Length. Are you clear? Next, mass, time, electric current, temperature, amount of substance and luminous intensity. Are you clear? And according to SI system of units, length should be always measured in meters. Mass should be measured in kilograms. Time should be measured in seconds. Electric current should be measured in ampere. Are you clear? Temperature is measured in Kelvin. Amount of substance, mole, and luminous intensity is candela. Are you clear? And the notation or symbol is meter, kg, second, ampere, Kelvin, and next mole and CD. CD means candela. So these are the fundamental physical quantities based on SI system of units. And their units. Yeah, what is the unit of length according to SI system of unit? Meter. Unit of mass? Kilogram. Unit of time? Second. Unit of electric current? Ampere. Next, amount of substance? Mole. Temperature? Luminous intensity? Candela. Is it done? Fine. We'll go for the next one. But then, if you remember, we have the concept of accuracy and precision. Actually, there is a concept like, definition of length, definition of mass, definition of time, electric current, all these things are there in the NCERT textbook. But, I will skip that because, that we didn't get any questions from that particular chart and all. Are you clear? As you already know all these things, so not required, I guess. Okay, you just read the topic from the NCERT. Okay, directly I'll go for the topic. Okay, the next topic is accuracy and precision. Okay, the next topic is accuracy and precision. Yeah, can you tell me what do you mean by accuracy? What do you mean by accuracy? Yeah, closeness of a measured value with the of a See, this is the normal scale. Okay, this is the normal scale. Now in this scale, here to here, this is 1 centimeter. This is 1 centimeter. In this 1 centimeter, total how many divisions are? Centimeter, 1 centimeter. Then one division value will be how much? What is the value of one division? One division is equal to 1 by 10 centimeter. Ante idhi enta avutundi 0.1 centimeter. This is called as least count of the scale. ఇప్పుడు మీ దగ్గర నార్మల్ స్కేల్ ఉంది కదా, ఆ స్కేల్లో వాట్ ఇస్ ద లీస్ట్ కౌంట్ యూ కెన్ మెజర్? 0.1 centimeter. Or it is also called as what ma? 1 millimeter. So if you use our ordinary scale like that Natraj scale and all, you will get a least count of how much? 0.1 centimeter. Okay. My lab maybe you studied or you may used it, that is vernier calipers. You see na? My vernier calipers the least count is 0.01 centimeter. Ante ikkada oka decimal digit perigindi. Ordinary scale will have 0.1 centimeter as the least count. Vernier scale ki 0.01. If you use sperometer or if you use screw gauge, then the least count will be 0.001 centimeter. Here one more decimal got increased. Are you clear? If more decimals are there, then the sensitivity of the device will be much more. Are you clear? Ardhamatundamma? If more decimal digits are there, then the sensitivity of the device is much more. Then it will give much more precise value. Are you? Accuracy ante close ga unde value. Preciseness explain cheyali ante when you are doing the experiment repeatedly, more number of times which value you are getting repeatedly, that is a precise value. Did you get it? This example. If you just understand this is only the example. Here there is no accuracy, but every time we are hitting at the same place. We have more precision, but there is no accuracy now. Are you clear? Okay. Now see, for suppose if I take the next example, ee example lo chudandamma. Okati ikkada undi. There is no precision at all, but more accuracy is there. Because we are very close to the true value. Are you clear? Now for suppose if you take these three examples, the first example is bullseye. Now first example here, this is the most precise value. Very close to the target. And different arrows are hitting a different location. More accuracy but less precision. Ardhamatundamma? More accuracy but less precision. Next one, for suppose I'll take this as the bullseye. Now all the arrows are hitted here only, which means that more precision but less accuracy. But next time one more person hitted all the arrows here only, then we can say more accuracy and more precision. Are you clear? In science and physics, the precision depends on the sensitivity of the instrument. Again, which it depends on the least count. Again, which it depends on whom? Least count. But gutpettukondi, just listen. Now, who is having more precision means, screw gauge or vernier calipers or normal ordinary scale means screw gauge, because we have the more sensitive value. Understood this value? Understood this concept? Are you clear? Then what do you mean by accuracy? Close to the true value. What do you mean by precision? It explains about the sensitivity of a device. Are you clear? Measuring instrument. Write down the 2 points. Accuracy and precision. Keep that in. Accuracy and precision. What do you mean by accuracy? It is the measure of how close to the true value. That is called as what? Accuracy. Precision, it depends on sensitivity of the instrument. Now I will give you an example. I'll give you an example. I'll take acceleration due to gravity g value as 9.8 meter per second square. Clear? I will give the acceleration due to gravity g value as 9.8 meter per second square. Okay. Now see, I'll take the first reading A1. I'll take the first reading A1. First reading A1, how much I got means 9.6321. Are you clear? Now second reading I'll take, I got the second reading as 9.32. Are you clear? Next third reading I got it as 9.79. Now fourth reading I got it as 9.9 meter per second square. Are you clear? Or 9.99 meter per second square. Are you clear? Now tell me, out of all this, which is very close to the true value? 9.79. So this is having what? More accuracy. Are you clear? This is having what? More accuracy. Then which is having more precision? A1. Why more precision? Sensitivity is more. More decimal digits are there. The least count will be 0.001, which is more sensitive device. So therefore it is having more precision. And this is having what? More accuracy. So please remember. So this is having more accuracy, this is having more precision. Are you clear? You all have the study package you received, module 1. Because my way of teaching is, once after the completion of one particular topic, I will do the problems on that particular topic, so that later you will not feel any confusions on that. Okay, and during the study hours, and try to stay for the study hours, everyone. Okay, for initially 1 or 2 weeks, no problem, because still result is not yet released, right? 20th the expected date, yeah, 20th is the expected date, but after 20th we have the flow of students. Are you clear? That time you try to stay for the study hours. Okay, is it done? So accuracy means what? How much close? Okay, then next, what do you mean by more precision? Means if value contains more decimal digits, it is having more sensitive, then it is having more precision. Is it done? Shall we go for the next topic? So keep the heading, significant figures. Yeah, just now I spoke with one student, just before coming to the class, a long-term student. That particular person told, I asked how much you are going to score. That particular person told 360 plus. 360 plus. Okay, na? Ippude meer chusuntaremo, me vachedappude maatladanu. Oka abbaytho maatladanu. Not you. Okay, one more person I spoke. Okay, fine, what it means? 360 plus. Ma ante entamma 360 plus means what? 360 above, maybe 370 below. Okay, if it is 370 above, what he will tell? 370 plus. Which means that he is having a confusion between 360 to 370. Between 360 to 370. Did you understand this point? Are you clear up to here? Then his marks may be 361 or 362 or 363 or 364. So his marks may be 361 to 369. Okay, that's what the meaning is. Okay, now please remember, then in 360 plus, 36 are the 2 digits that we can blindly believe. We can believe the 2 numbers. We can blindly believe the 2 numbers. The minimum 360 అయితే వస్తుందిగా. Minimum 360 అయితే వస్తుంది కదమ్మా. In 360, last digit only we have the confusion. There is an ambiguity in the last digit. అంటే ఇప్పుడు 361 అవ్వచ్చు లేదా 362 అవ్వచ్చు. Last digit there is an ambiguity. But 36 are confirmed, fix. These 2 numbers are trustworthy, or these 2 numbers we can reliable. Are you clear? These 2 numbers we can reliable, or these 2 numbers we can believe, we can trustworthy. But last digit is there, right? That cannot be believed. Did you get it? Are you clear up to here? Now for suppose here to Bangalore or Bangalore distance, some Hyderabad to Bangalore distance I'll take. So the Hyderabad to Bangalore distance is 768 kilometer. Are you clear? But there is an ambiguity in the last digit, because from where to where we taken the distance. In Bangalore many places are there. In Hyderabad also many places are there. Now where to where we taken the distance? Are you clear? For suppose I will take the Hyderabad MGBS to like Bangalore Coimbatore bus stand. Okay, like that. I taken the two distances. Are you clear? So here MGBS. Are you clear? So there KSR. I taken two bus stand distances. Are you clear? Now exactly 768 will be there means that also we cannot say. I mean Bangalore or in Hyderabad, in which platform it is? Because in Hyderabad we have total 48 platforms. Now first platform to 40th platform, maybe some 500 meter change will be the distance. There also if you take, there also some 40 platforms are there. They will tell bus stand, that's it. In bus stand where it is. Then this last digit will be there, right? It is not trustworthy. Are you clear? But 7, 6, these two you can believe, you can trustworthy these two numbers. Last number is there, right? It is not a trustworthy number. Are you clear? Now please remember, the number of digits that can be reliable or that can be trustworthy in a given value, those are called as significant numbers or significant figures. Are you clear? Now what do you mean by significant numbers or significant figures? Means the significance or numbers or significant number figures is, that is nothing but in a measured value of a physical quantity, the number of digits in which we have the confidence or trustworthy or reliable, those are called as which numbers? No? Significant numbers. Are you clear? Now please remember, larger the number of significant figures, greater is the accuracy of the measurement. If you have more trustworthy numbers, then you can believe the value more. That is more accurate. Are you clear? Okay, now for suppose we have the value like this. A G value 9.81 anundamma. A true value 9.81 anundamma. Are you clear? For suppose if I take a measured value, I got 9.80. Until last number undi kada, it may not be the trustworthy. If more numbers are there, are you clear? Or more significant numbers are there, that will be more trustworthy or very close to the true value. Okay, na? So therefore, if there is large number of significant figures in a given number, there should be more accuracy in the number. Are you clear? So please write down significant figures. So in the number of digits or numbers that can be trustworthy. Okay, now I'll give you one more example. For suppose just now I told you one example that the distance from here to Mumbai is 700 kilometers, or else 750 kilometers are given. Are you clear? Okay, now in this how many numbers you can believe? 75 means two numbers. One number is there, it cannot be trustworthy. Last number may not be the trustworthy. Now the same distance I will measure in meters. Are you clear? If I measure in meters, I got the value like this. 7,000 or 75. Are you clear? 75. I'll take 1, 2, 3 meter. Are you clear? Now here how many numbers you can trustworthy? If you take about the last digit, if you leave the last digit, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 digits are more trustworthy, right? In the above one, only 2 digits are trustworthy. Below one, 4 digits are trustworthy. So same thing, kilometer I converted into where? Meter. So if I take meter, the value will be more trustworthy than the kilometers. Because in meters we have the more reliable numbers. Are you clear? My meters we have more reliable numbers, more numbers we can trustworthy. ఇక్కడ ఎక్కువ నెంబర్ని బిలీవ్ చేయొచ్చు, ఇక్కడ తక్కువ నెంబర్స్ని బిలీవ్ చేయగలం. If you believe more numbers or if you trustworthy more numbers, then please remember it is very close to the true value. It is very close to which value? True value. Then we can say it is having more accuracy. So therefore, larger the number of significant figures, there will be more accuracy of the measurement. Clear? Please note down both the points. Is it done? Then in significant figures we have some rules and regulations that I will tell you in an easy way to remember. Okay, but tell me, there are how many digits are there? 10 digits. What are the 10 digits? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are the 10 digits, right? మనకి 10 digits అనే ఉన్నాయి. Formed with this 10 digits only, 0 to 9. Any number will be formed with the help of this 10 digits only, 0 to 9. Now try to understand, all these numbers are there, right? Non-zeros, these are non-zeros, right? All non-zeros are taken as significant. Are you clear? Which means that it should be counted. Are you clear? It can be trustworthy. It can be what? Trustworthy. So all the non-zeros are trustworthy. It can be counted. You can measure that. Are you clear? Those are significant. Then 0 is there, right? In 0 we have the 3 conditions. We will get 3 conditions. In 0 you will get 3 conditions. In that first condition is leading zeros. Are you clear? In that first condition is what? Leading zeros. In case of leading zeros means 0 should be in front. If zeros are in front, it should not be counted. So therefore, leading zeros are non-significant. You cannot count it. Are you clear? When leading zeros are, we cannot count it. Now, all trapped zeros. Now, whether it is decimal or without a decimal, it doesn't matter. If zeros got trapped, those are significant and we have to count those digits. Are you clear? Then one more zeros are there, trailing zeros. Trailing zeros means these zeros appears at the end. These trailing zeros, again we have the 2 cases, with decimal. Are you clear? With decimal and without decimal. With decimal and without decimal. Are you clear? With decimal and without decimal. Now please try to understand, all trailing zeros with decimal are significant, which means that we have to count it. Now all trailing zeros without zeros or without decimal are non-significant, which means that you cannot count it. Are you clear? So please note down this. Then in the next class we are going to discuss about the